Hi, in this video I'm going to show you the two items I got from the Hourglass Holiday collection. I'm going to swatch them, test them on my mature skin, and at the end I'm going to tell you what is my final opinion. So, if you are interested in this content, just keep on watching. I would like to start by saying that I have never been until now a very big fan of using powders all over my face for two main reasons. When I lived in Portugal, like about 5 years ago, my skin was oilier than it is now, especially in the warmer months. So I found out that using foundation and then setting powders and then finishing powders was just a recipe for cake face very quickly. So I just gave up. And on the colder months, my skin became very dehydrated. So putting powder all over my face just enhanced the lack of water, and the skin actually looked more creepy and older than it actually was. So I just use like a little bit of setting powder in under my eyes to set up the concealer. I know Hourglass blushes, they are beautiful, and I use them very frequently together with my Chantecaille blushes, which I absolutely love. But when I saw this year's collection, I thought that there were some items that were actually very good for me to take the plunge and test them and also show them to you. But before we go into that, let me just tell you a little bit about Hourglass and all the items in the collection, and if you already know them, please forgive me for the next minute. Hourglass is a luxury, vegan and cruelty-free American brand that became initially famous for their beautiful finishing powders known as ambient lighting powders, which are meant to replicate in our skin the effect of 6 flattering types of light, from moonlight to candlelight. The ambient lighting powders are used in the production of Hourglass's blushes and bronzers, which are known by their beautiful marbled effect and smoothness on the skin. There are also the ambient strobe powders, which are highlighters, and the ambient strobe blushes, which are blushers with shimmer. This year's holiday collection includes a limited edition Ghost palette, as well as a duo of confession lipsticks, a quad of blushes, and a pack with 3 scattered light eyeshadows. I already know the scattered light glitter eyeshadows. I have Reflect and Smoke, and I find them beautiful, sophisticated glitter that obviously can be used for special occasions, for glam looks, but also just with mascara or a brown pencil to be used on a day-to-day basis. So, taking that in consideration, I decided to get the Confession Lipstick Duo, which is a formula that I don't know. There are 2 compacts with different shades. One that I think it's more appropriate for more warmer skins with bright pink and orange red, and the other compact, which is the one that I got, has a cool pink and what they call a deep mulberry. I also got the limited edition Ghost palette. I thought it was a good way to get to know the Hourglass powders because it has the 5 different formulas. So the top three are already existing shades. These two are ambient powders. The third is highlighter, so a strobe powder. The three bottom ones are new shades. So we have here the bronze and two blushes. This one here has shimmer. This is a normal ambient blush. Let's start to test them. So I'm going to start with this lightest one, which is the diffused light. Sorry. I'm going to put a little bit of that all over my skin to see if I notice any difference. So can I see the powder on my skin? No. This seems to have a very slight blurry effect, like if all the craters on our skin were somehow softened. Trying to build it up to see what is the effect that it has. I don't see any sparkle, just like a soft glow to the skin, radiance. I'm going in with the other one now, the dim light. So this one was diffused light, now it's the dim light. So it will be this one, which is a little bit more pinky beige. I can see this one more on the skin, probably because it's more pigmented. It has the same effect of the diffused light, but I can see it more. Probably this would be better for when we are looking for a more bronzy, glowing gold look. Well, I'm surprised. I'm liking them, especially the diffused light, the lighter one. Let's put a little bit of this. The only thing about these pens, I know everyone says the same thing, and it's true. It's very difficult to pick the powder. We are supposed to have like a fluffy brush, but to have a fluffy brush in here, it's quite difficult. Okay, now I'm starting to see it. So I've been piling up powder to see until where does it go, and here I'm definitely starting to see it. But still, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, let's try the highlighter. So this is the iridescent strobe light. Very curious about this. So obviously this will be a very soft kind of highlighter. Ah, it's very pretty. I like it. Not sure that the camera will pick it up. It has, it's a very fine shimmer, very subtle. This color also, it's good for me. Nice. Okay, till now, so far so good. So, bronzer. I think, well, if the formulas of the bronzers are similar to the blushes, I think we'll be fine. This color is, I'm sure it will work for me. The brushes pick the powder very easily. I'm going to tap off the excess. Nice. It builds up very easily. And it's very natural, just as I like it. And now blush. I'm going to try this pink one. It has a little bit of shimmer, but I think the color is so pretty. Look at this. These marble powders are very nice. It's merging with the highlighter. It's pretty strong. This one is not shy. Whew. I think I went in a little bit too strong. I'm liking it. I love the color. The only thing is I don't really like to have shimmer on this area because it really enhances all my texture, which obviously I don't like. So here I usually prefer to use matte blushes, but I couldn't resist. I just had to see what was the shade. So let's go with the lipsticks now, shall we? So first the beigey one. Going to put a little bit of Iconic Nude with it. This is probably the nudest of the nudes that I have. It's always good to have one in one's collection. Although, as you can see, this is stretching the limit. So what do you think? This is one. It's very pretty in the bullet. Second layer. And that's it. That's how it looks. So I'm going to give like 1 hour, couple of hours to see how the powders live on my skin, and then I'll be back to wrap around this video. I would like to give you the feedback from yesterday's test. I have to say that it looked very good on my skin in the more dry areas, but on the T-zone after about 4 hours, 4 hours and a half, it started to look cakey. I'm definitely going to use these powders, but instead of using 2 different types, I will use these ones as setting powders as well, in order not to put powder on top of powder. I think they are beautiful. They are appropriate for all ages, including mature skin. You just need to go in with a very light hand, including a powder like the diffused light, which doesn't have much color to it, in order to obtain that softness, that smoothing effect on your skin. You just have to go very lightly with a fluffy brush and you will achieve the purpose of it. The bronzer is beautiful. The highlighter is a cooler highlighter because it has like a cool pink bluish shimmer to it, but it's beautiful, very soft and natural. This blush, unfortunately, I will only be able to use it as an eyeshadow because I don't like to have shimmer on my cheeks because of the texture that I have, as I said. But this one is a normal blush and it has beautiful color. Actually, I have it today. As I have the diffused light, I have it on the face, the dim light on my neck because it has a lighter shade to it, the bronzer obviously, this blush and the highlighter. So the only one that I will not be using for its intended purpose is this pink blush, which is very sad because it's a beautiful color, but that's how it is. Regarding the lipsticks, this is a very creamy formula, very pigmented. You place it and the pigment, the color just diffuses on the lips without blotchiness whatsoever. I have at the moment the burgundy color. I think it's a very beautiful color, very fall appropriate. I will not get the blush squad because of the 4 blushes. One is an already existing shade and 2 of them have shimmer, and I will not be able to take the full advantage of the product that I'm buying. Regarding the scattered shadows, the shades that they placed in the collection are very warm, gold and a very raspberry color, which are shades that are not the most flattering in my eyes. I will get another scattered highlight shadow, but it will be the recent green one that they released, the vivid color. I'm very happy to give you glad tidings. Just remember to go in lightly and you will love the powders and the lipsticks. If you liked this video and if it was helpful for you, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already, and see you in my next video. Bye! I also have smoke. I love them. Sorry. I think they are beautiful eyeshadows. That can be